Hello, everybody. Welcome here or welcome back, whatever the case may be. I am going to have in the background This Peaceful Day at Hogwarts by Ambient Worlds on YouTube. Now, I very well may get a copyright strike on having this play in the background. This may chop up into horrible weirdness when I'm done, but that's what I'm doing. I don't know if we're going to go anywhere or whether we're just going to stay at the gates. We'll find out. So, welcome here, anybody who is getting ready with me. As always, I have no idea what I'm going to do today, but I will have to start with eyebrows. So, I'm going to pull up my lift and snatch pens here. Oh, that's my Epic liner. I always end up getting them confused. These have the little bit of color on them. These are just black and white, but otherwise they look too much alike. There we go. So these are my lift and snatch options that I have, and I have them in Lasso Espresso, Ash Brown, right, and Soft Brown. So those are the three colors that I have. Now I do find the espresso and the ash brown to be fairly dark, and I really like the soft brown. Now, did I change hands with any of those? I want to make sure I put the right one on that I was expecting. Yeah, soft brown. Put the other ones away before I get them confused. Now, sometimes I will go in with different colors or different shades, tones, darknesses of these. That's why I like having different ones. I don't dare get anything lighter than this soft brown because it would never show. Like, this shows, but it's very subtle compared to the others. And it's always so hard for me to try and talk while I'm doing this. So I am actually practicing, trying to specifically carry on a conversation while I am still focused on what I'm doing. Multitasking practice. Not the easiest thing I have ever done. But when I'm editing, if I am talking, I am more likely to not cut it out. These are the things I have found about my own personal style and techniques of doing things, whether it be my makeup or my editing. There. Eyebrows. Thank you, Scooby. Is somebody in the hallway? So I think I'd go in with the ash brown and just put a few little random hairs more in here. And the reason I do this is because you get more dimension. Now, I probably should have done the dark first and the lighter over top, but I don't know how much of a difference that makes. And I'd rather not put the dark on too heavy, right? So one can do this and have a little bit more control over the end result. But having two different tones, let's see if I can just exemplify. So let's assume that's a tone and that's a tone. If you are alternating the dark with the light, it ends up looking fuller than if it was all just one color. Because nobody's hair naturally is all one color, even if it all looks dark or all looks blonde. It's always a combination of a lot of different hair depths of color of darkness to lightness. So that is just something to be aware of that will make no difference in your day-to-day existence. Now I'm going in with the one that came out of my Revolution Reloaded palette. I have no idea what the colors are called, but to me this one is, it's a very neutral color. I like neutral tones, not too cold, not too warm when it's, next to my skin, because it will always be, able to look more natural in a lot of ways. So that is that on. Oh, I really wish I knew what I wanted to do today. Well, when in doubt, I'm going to do my eyeliner first just to establish some kind of shape. But I don't know if I want to put my tape on today or not. I think I will. That way I don't have to be as precise with other things. That way. That'll be the angle. Why is that so buckly? There we go. That's cool. I put it on in one fell swoop. Okay, so this is my NYX Epic Liner. And I don't know how far I don't want to go, but I think I'm going to go pretty far. And because I have the tape, it will have a very clean bottom line. So I'm trying my best to open my eye up to where it be. When you have the hooded eyiness that I do, you're not going to be able to get a really nice smooth line across. I try to put as much as I can so that when my eyes relax, it doesn't swoop down and up, which is what would happen otherwise. Now this is also where if you have like a pot of gel liner in black, which I had, but it dried up. So you'll see what I mean. I do this, and then when you relax the eye, it swoops. But that's okay. By the time I put the shadow in, that's okay. It'll all still blend. I don't worry. Well, I don't worry about much. It's just there's no point. And then I want to go in here. And here. There we go. And that has to dry down just a touch, otherwise it will smear. And then once it dries down, it's not going anywhere. If you're using things that are water resistant, I don't say waterproof, nothing's waterproof. It may not come off entirely with water, but it will fade, it will take off some, it might smear. It's not waterproof, but it is water resistant. and I find that it's good. So if you just touch it and whatnot, it's not smearing. Now, if you leave it wet, it's also good. You can go in with a black. Actually, mine's not still wet, but I'm going to go in with the black just to show you. So I have the Wet n Wild black. It's very, very dusty. I have some other color on here. I don't really care because I'm putting black, and if another tone goes with my black, I will be happy. And then I just go over that, and that helps set that if it's still wet. It also makes it a little blacker and helps fill in little areas that the pen might have missed so that it's just not quite so obvious. But I don't want to black up too far. But see, where that little divot is, you can kind of go across and sort of fill that in a little bit. It's not going to go like a sharp line, but it becomes not so obvious. So that is just one little thing there that can be done. And if one wants to stop, like, do a little mascara, do a little underlining, like kohl liner underneath, and you're good to go. But because it's me, and I want color, and I'm wondering what happens when I do certain things, I'm going to take my ocean. I take my ocean, or do I want to take my favorite? Oh, it's so challenging. I'm going to go in with the ocean. Which is this. And I'm going to use my favorite tool, which is my finger. And I have to be careful because I had some on the rim and I touched that. So I'm just putting it where I have the liner already. And again, one could, do these simple things and then just more or less stop. This time I left the sticky foil in the lid, and I'm putting it on that way and seeing if that is good enough. Now I'm just taking the extra stuff on my finger before it dries out and trying to blend it across the eyelid a little bit. And hopefully that will help me later. But see, I don't know what I'm specifically trying to do at any time, so I just do stuff. And then you see what that does for you. And most of the time when you're starting, it's like, okay, I never want to do that again. I run into that a lot with the stuff that I try. But not all of it. It's just, some things I want to try. But see, when it dries on there, it's on there. That's what I like about this product, this Quo Stay Put eyeshadow. I may want to go in with my Roxy. Oh, my Roxy. Oh, good Lord, I can't show anything. It's so reflective. My Roxasaurus palette, which has a bunch of things in it. And again, see, everything has been at least tried. I don't ever have an eyeshadow color that I don't try. And being as when I put things on I didn't expect to go together, and they did, I think I may take this, oops, it's sort of an orangey color here. And again, I never know what they look like on, I should say, maybe I'll just swatch them. Oh, good, it is orangey. Maybe, and I'm just going to go across here. Ever so lightly. And they're not the same colors as like the dolphins, you know, with that sort of teal and orange. But that is where I discovered, blue and orange are good together. So that is where I'm taking this going, okay, it's a sort of a brownish orange and it's an ocean blue, so it's not the same. But I do think they set each other off nicely. Surprise. So I'm going to bring that lightly into the corner just with whatever's left on my brush. Because I really don't want like huge pigment of that. But I'm going to put something brighter in the center anyway. So this is just sort of to tie together. It's sort of like a mid-tone. Something that when I put the other one on, it'll give sort of an artificial cut crease to that. And then the other thing is you go back with what you put on first under the eyebrow and you buff that back in again. And that transitions between all the colors with the least amount of work and effort, because I don't like effort. Right? So that's my little tips and tricks for that. Now, do I want to go in with, this is more, I've got more of a champagne color, more of a gold, or a silver in this particular palette. So, actually, while I have this out, maybe just take the white right under here. Instead of drawing it on with my pencil, which is really harsh. There. And then just go back in with the one I started with. There, and that just puts a little hint under there that I don't know if you can see. I think you can see. And I still haven't decided. I think I'm going to go in with the champagne color and see what that's like. I do like that. Okay, so that is that. Now I go in with my fluffy brush. Now see, with my hooded eyes, I get these little bands in there where it creases. And that's just something I just have learned to just accept. Right? So because I keep this sort of light, I find it doesn't really matter too much. Right? I just strategically allow it to do its thing and not worry too much about it. Okay. A little black back in. So this is just the black shadow that was still left on the brush. I don't put anything else on because it's very dusty. And then it'll become too much. Now, I suppose I could take this tape off. And you see the nice clean lines that leaves. I'm going to put that back in there. I think I can reuse that tape one more time. Be cost effective. So now it's a matter of, do I underpaint here? Yes. Now I usually put the light on first and then the darker contouring. But I'm gonna see what happens if I do it the other way. Like I think I'll just put the dark on and I'll put the light on after. And see if that gives me much of a difference. Right? So now I will go in with my BB cream, and I think I might just use just the BB cream. Actually, I'll do concealer though. I will do the concealer. I'm trying to keep it right where my dark circles join here. If I put it above here, it's going to make the puffiness still look puffy. So I don't want it below here where it's already risen. I don't want it up here where it's already puffy. I just want it down here where it looks recessed. That is all I'm trying to do. It's very minimal to see the maximum difference I can get from that. Okay, so now it's time to... Try not to put any extra product on here. I'm just going to do with what's on there. To see how sparingly I can apply something. And again, see if I keep talking, all of this horrible stuff will be left in my video. All the boring, oh my gosh, I'm doing that. Now see, even when I'm doing this, it tends to go up there and that's not good. Like if I took a small brush and just kind of moved it around a little in there, it would stay more contained, but I have limited patience for what I'm trying to accomplish. So I like things to move a little bit faster than that for myself. It will do. Now, it would not be, ideal for photography or anything up close that way, but going out for coffee, this is fine. Okay, so now we're at the... There it is. I took it out. What did I do with it? Okay, and the BB cream. I may need a little bit more because I'm not mixing any foundation with it. But I will start with this. I'm not going to put anything on there that is unnecessary. And I really don't have to cover the concealer so much as I am trying to blend this into the rest of my face. And this will be the make or break part of it, like putting it on over top of that. Does it cover over the... No, I think that's okay. I think if I put a little powder today, so I'm using the e.l.f. HD powder. It is super fine, really super fine on there. And I'm going to put that mostly where I want the light to pick up the highlight that I put down. Which is just here, not too close to the eye. And I'm not wiping, I am just pushing. I'm trying to push that powder into the skin. Make it become one with the skin. But don't stretch the skin. I don't know if you can really see the difference that makes, but it does make a lot of a difference in person. A positive difference. It can make differences in negative ways too. So I'm going to brush the excess of that off. And take my contour brush, see if there's anything on there, so that I don't have to put more product if I don't need to. I think I need to. So I'm going to go in today with this lighter cool tone over here. Lighter than I normally do. Because I'm not trying to, really carve a face. And put one there. Put one there. And then I'm going to go in with my blush that might still have enough in here, where I had the orange last time, and I think there's enough in there for my liking. Because the thing is, makeup is a personal taste thing, right? I know there's a lot of people that don't understand why I do this. I don't necessarily understand why I do this. It's just, why not? There is no reason for me not to. Don't ask me why I put blush under my jawline. It was not something I was paying attention to, which I think actually looks kind of odd because that is not where you would be kissed by the sun. Maybe I was doing a handstand. But that's okay, you know? It's not the end of the world. I can always, if I really wanted to, go in and darken up my beard and things like that. I don't care enough. I really don't care enough about that. But I do think in order for it to be me, I do need some glitter. So, pull out my little bag. Oh, it's not all glitter in here, but it's almost all glitter in here. And I don't have like a lot of good tones that go with this. Now, there are things I have that I don't like. Like, I have the Wet n Wild. The Wet n Wild glitters, like, because they were on sale. They were a very good price. They were regularly, well, I don't, yes, regularly $2.29, and they were on for $1. So they're not expensive to begin with. They're more expensive than they should be, I think, because as much as they look like they're going to be good. Let's see. They're really like Vaseline with bits of glitter in it. That's really what it's like. But if you apply it sparingly, it can be a good base to put other glitter on, because it's sticky and tacky and not particularly glittery. And then I'm going to take I think I will take the black, my hollow glitter in black, because I don't have other colors unless I just keep using the rose gold, and I get tired of doing the same glitter. Even if I really like it, I get tired of the same glitter. Variety is probably a big reason why I do this. I really, really like variety in life, in as many things as I can. So let's see if I can. And it will be messy and all over my face, because that's glitter for you. And if that kind of thing bothers you, then glitter is not for you. I don't mind if it gets on the house. I don't mind if I find it weeks later. It's just not one of those things that concerns me. I just like it too much. It makes me happy, happy and joyous. See, now if I use tape, it'll probably take the foundation and such off, so I'm just going to use the brush. And setting spray. I should put that on the brush first. And I'm going to see if this makes it, put it. Sort of tap that into place. This is my NYX setting spray. Wow, 38 minutes, 38 and a half minutes. Oh, I hope I can cut stuff out of this. This is a lot. But I think the end result was okay. I might just put on a little of the coal liner in black coffee. That's the color this is. I like it because it's not a black. Blacks are very harsh. And this looks like a black. But it's not really. And of course I had to muck something up when I was doing that. See if I can smudge that. I just smoke it out a little bit. So that is all I'm doing for today. So until the next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.